We're going to take a look at the Carnival Vista. This was the first of the Vista class ships, built back in 2016. Vista just went into dry dock in 2024 and got some refurbishments and updates. If you look over here, that's where Carnival Adventures and the Dream Studio is at. Dream Studio is where you can book a photo shoot. Carnival Adventures is where you go when you're on board to book your excursions. On the other side over there is where you'll find guest services. I do like some of the older ships with these big atriums. We just passed the atrium bar there on the left. And we're going to take a walk back here into the Reflections restaurant. Now there's usually two restaurants on most ships. One will have your time dining, which is when you can choose your dining time anytime throughout the evening. But this one here is where you have your assigned seating dining if you choose the early or late dining times. As we walk back into the atrium here, past the atrium bar, we'll go up to deck 4. When we get to the top of the stairs here to your right, you'll get a quick view of Cherry on Top, which is the candy store on board. But we'll get back to that to take a better look a little bit later. As we walk around towards the side, you have a few different seating areas looking over the atrium. Back down this hallway, you have some of the fun shops. This is Front Street Watches. And back there would be the first level of a 2-level liquid lounge, which is where they'll hold some shows. And we'll take a walk here to the other side. Again, we have more of the Carnival fun shops. The fun shops don't typically open until you're out into international waters. And that's because they're tax and duty free. So you won't pay tax on anything purchased while you're out in international waters. This is Portside Liquor and Tobacco. So if you need cigarettes, any alcohol, you can purchase that at Portside, but you cannot take the alcohol back to your rooms. And here's your better look at the candy store, Cherry on Top. And a quick look towards the casino area, the Vista Casino, which we'll go through a little bit later. And again, we'll just take a look over into the Vista Atrium, down towards the Vista Bar in the middle, around the fun shops. Here to the left is our forward elevators. But right now we're going to go up to deck 5. On the Vista, you don't have those huge atriums that are 8-10 stories. The newer ships have gotten rid of most of the atriums. Here we are back at Front Street Watches. They do have some excellent deals on watches, and if you're purchasing something that costs a little bit more, again, tax-free. Take a look if you're into watches. Over around to the other side, you have another popular jewelry store, the Effy Shops. And then just some more of the fun shops. So basically decks 4 and 5 around the Vista atrium are all going to be part of Carnival Fun Shops. And back that hallway would take you to the second level of the Spotlight Lounge. Well, we'll go back down here to deck 4, and we'll take you through the casino. It's a pretty nice casino here on the Carnival Vista. We're not going to go through the whole casino on this one, but this does have a larger smoking casino, and attached down the one side towards the right over here, which we're not going to go into right now, will be a non-smoking section of the casino. They do change games here quite often, so if you don't find your favorite slot machine on this cruise, it could be there the next time. We'll walk down in here. That'll be towards your middle elevator shaft, and we'll go down the promenade area. If you're looking to watch a game, any kind of sporting event on this ship, the Heroes Tribute Bar is an excellent place to watch it. They've got a bunch of big screen TVs behind the bar, and if you do make a request, they'll try their best to get the game for you. Further down the promenade here is the art gallery, where they'll have some art hanging up on the walls, and on certain days they will have an art auction that will be held in the Limelight Lounge, which you'll see coming up here on your right hand side. And there's your Limelight Lounge. That'll also be part of the dance club at night, and they'll hold some events in there as well. And further down the promenade hallway here, around the other side of the lounge, we're going to get towards the Horizons restaurant. And as I mentioned before, this is the second restaurant, and this is going to be where you have the Your Time dining. So you check in on the Carnival Hub app, and it'll let you know when your table's ready, and then come on down to the Horizons restaurant for your table for dinner. We'll get a quick look at the Horizons restaurant here. This is Horizons on deck 4, and you can go down one deck as well on deck 3. And when your table's ready for this restaurant, it'll let you know if you are going to be on deck 3 or on deck 4, and which entrance to go into. Stepping back out of the restaurant area here, and this is the aft elevator shaft. Aft meaning towards the rear of the ship, if you're not familiar. And we're going to go up one level here now, back to deck 5. Now towards the rear of the ship here are where the Havana Cabana cabins are. And they are to the left and the right of this area. The Vista class ships have some of the nicest Havana areas out of any class of ship, and the outdoor area is private for guests that are booked in the Havana Cabana cabins or suites. However, this is the Havana Bar. It's a Cuban-inspired bar. They have some live music here later in the afternoons into the evenings. This is open to anybody, so you don't have to be booked in those Havana Cabana cabins. You just can't go into the outside areas unless you are booked in those cabin types. And to our left here, you'll see a stage where I mentioned they do have music later in the afternoons and the evenings. If you're looking to book a trip on the beautiful Carnival Vista, or any other ship Carnival offers, even any cruise line, I have the guaranteed best rates on all cruises. So give me a call at 980-224-2207. And that door you see right there is where you enter into the Havana Cabana cabins area. To our right, we're going to have the Plaza Bar. Now this is a bar, and you can order specialty coffees there as well. The left here is Ocean Plaza, where they'll hold a bunch of different events. We like doing trivia here at Ocean Plaza a few times throughout each trip. And on the left here is the main specialty coffee area. This is JavaBlue Cafe. If that place has a line though, like I said, you can go back to the Plaza Bar and order your specialty coffees or a beverage from there as well. And we're getting into Pixel's Gallery. This is where you can order your photos. You see the screens on the left? They will filter through pretty much every photo that's been taken. And look there every time you go past. You may even see yourself. They have tablets as well where you can sit down and look for your own photos. We're passing now an entrance to the Red Frog Pub. That's basically a smaller sports bar. They don't have the big screens, but they do have some TVs there and some live music as well. And this is back to the other side of Pixel's Gallery. Now, if you are gold, platinum, or diamond, this is where you'll go to pick up your gift on each sailing, is here in the Pixel's Gallery. And coming up back to Midship here on Deck 5, this is always a hit on any of the Carnival ships. To your left here is the Alchemy Bar, where you'll have expert mixologists mix up a different variety of drinks than you can get anywhere else. You can even tell these mixologists what you like in a drink, and they'll make something special for you. This is a steakhouse on board. They have excellent steaks. It's called Fahrenheit 555. If you haven't been to the steakhouse and you're looking to do some kind of specialty dining, that's a place to go. And we look down into the casino, and past the other side is where you're going to find Bonzai Sushi and Bonzai Hibachi. This is the library. They've got a small bar, games, books. They're actually taking it off of many Carnival ships. And you see the guy in there, it was closed for cleaning, but another favorite of many Carnival ships, that was Piano Bar 88. And we'll take you out to the outside area on Deck 5 here. This is one of the smoking areas on the Carnival Vista. The other one being Deck 11, starboard side, up above the pool. and the casino as well. And behind this second set of partitions, out here on Deck 5, we're coming up to Ocean Plaza, and Pixels Gallery will be inside that door you just passed to the right. And you have a bunch of seating areas with umbrellas out here, because we're coming up to another favorite that's typically only open on sea days, and this is Guy's Pig and Anchor. They have some excellent barbecue here. If you like brisket, pulled pork, chicken, try out Guy's Pig and Anchor on those sea days. And as we get past Guy's, down towards the other end here, we do have a small part of the Plaza Bar outside on this deck. But forewarning, they are not usually open. They are open very limited hours. Now we've made it up to Deck 10, and this is where most of the fun happens. But before we get to the fun, we'll take you through a quick walk through the Lido Marketplace, which is your buffet on the Carnival ships. Now in the morning for breakfast, you're going to have an omelet station, if you want those fresh eggs, rather than the eggs that are on the buffet. And in the afternoon and evening, they will have a deli there as well. And again, we're going to speed this up a little bit just to get down into the Lido Beach pool area. Here we are going out the automatic doors into the main Lido pool area. And here you see Blue Iguana Cantina. They do serve tacos and burritos and have a nice salsa bar here. And a quick tip, in the morning they have breakfast burritos. Not many people know about it, but never really a long line for the breakfast burritos. And you see on the Carnival Vista here, there's plenty of chairs. But if you don't get there early, it can get packed here at the pool on those nice sunny sea days. Around towards the back of the main pool area here is the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, where they serve many different types of spirits and have some fun drinks at night for some of the parties too. And we gave a little fist bump to that guy there. We had a big group on this trip. There was about 100 people with us, and we put together a lot of group cruises. A lot of different advantages to that. Get some free onboard credit for each cabin. The group leader can get discounts. The group leader of this one actually went to cruise for free. And we'll take a look here at the Red Frog Rum Bar. They do have cocktails, and this ship also brews their own beer, so they'll have some of those brews right there. And we're not going to get a great look at it, But behind those stairs is another favorite on board Carnival ships, and that is Guy's Burger Joint. But we're going to take a walk up to deck 11 here, just to get a quick look over the beach pool area. And this is another one of the smoking areas I mentioned before on deck 11. You'll find a lot of the same people hanging out here every day, meet a lot of good friends. Behind that wall there to the right is part of Camp Ocean, and that's the kids' camp. They go up to age 11, and then they'll go to Circle C and Club O2 as they get older. If you look up there, you'll see part of the Sky Ride track, which is where you can pedal a vehicle around, and there's 2 of them, so if you have a friend you want to race, go up to the Sky Ride and race around the track. And again, we'll speed it up as we go down here. Here we are in the back of deck 11, starboard side, another one of the smoking areas here on the Carnival Vista. We take a look over the Tides pool with the whirlpools on both sides. We'll get down here to deck 10, show you a little bit about what's on the back here on deck 10. Once again, a bunch of lounge chairs that will also get packed throughout the day, so get there early. Straight ahead we have the Seafood Shack. Want lobster, clams, crab legs. It is an additional cost, but if you like seafood, give the lobster roll a try. It's a nice hangout spot here in the back by the pool. This is the Tides Bar. Some of our favorite bartenders on this trip were at the Tides Bar. And Pizzaria Del Capitano, where they've got a bunch of different pizzas, and usually excellent, so give them a try as well. We'll sneak back past this hallway here and get back up to deck 11 to the other side. And from here you see another part of the Sky Ride track. They weren't open at this time when I was taking the video, but you'll see them going around, mostly in the afternoons. If you look back in the middle there on those doors, we didn't get back that way, but there you'll find 2 more specialty restaurants, Gigi's Asian Kitchen and Cantina Del Capitano, which is an Italian restaurant. And Gigi's is an Asian restaurant. And don't forget, if you ever want to book a cruise, I do have the guaranteed best rates on all cruises. So give me a call anytime. 980-224-2207. Here on this side, before we get to the sports court, we have a pool table. And there was a pool table on the other side there. We just went the opposite way. To the left here, you see a basketball court. You'll find people there in the afternoon towards the night playing basketball all day long. They also do soccer and some other events on the sports court. You see those Sky Ride tracks up above once again. As we get a little further down here on the jogging track, we will come up to the mini golf area and the ropes course. The ropes course is always a lot of fun. Our kids love it. We find a lot of other kids up there as well. But keep in mind, no dresses, and you must wear closed-toed shoes as well. We got some cornhole boards on each side. And we tried to go into the clubhouse here, realized that this door was locked. So we'll go over to the other side, and the door is unlocked over there. We'll take a look inside the clubhouse, show you what's in there. You'll have kids in this area quite often. So if you have younger kids that want to meet some friends, go in the clubhouse, you'll probably find some people in here. Here you have a large foosball table, some skee ball, a TV, ping pong, and this over here is pretty neat. This is a pool table, but you have soccer balls and you kick the balls instead of hitting them with a pool cue. Alright, we'll get out of the clubhouse here now. A little bit more of the mini golf course. And those are the stairs right in front of you. If you wanted to go check out the sky ride or the ropes course, you'll go up that set of stairs. Now we're getting back towards the middle section of the ship. And you see Carnival Waterworks over there in the distance. And we'll take you over there in just a minute, show you a little bit closer view of Carnival Waterworks. You see Seaside Theater there. They'll show some movies, sporting events. They'll even show the Super Bowl on the big screen if you're lucky enough to be on a cruise for the Super Bowl. And there we're getting a little bit closer to Carnival Waterworks, which is now behind us. But we'll look over the Tides pool here first. And on this ship, they've got a couple bigger water slides, a couple smaller ones down for the younger kids, and a splash pad. But for now, we'll leave the kids here, and we're going to go up a couple decks to the Serenity adults only area. And inside those glass doors there, which we'll come check out on the way back down the other side, is where you're going to have your spa and fitness center. And we went from deck 12. We're now going to be on deck 15 after going up 2 flights of stairs. None of the ships ever have a deck 13, because we all know that's just bad luck. Here we are heading into the adults only Serenity area. Now the nice thing about the Vista class ships and newer is that they have a larger bar in the back, and they also have a salad bar called Fresh Creations, which we'll see coming up here on the right hand side in just a minute. A lot of the Serenity areas have the whirlpools, as you see one there, and there's one on the other side, and there's Fresh Creations that we just talked about. And the Serenity bar here in the back as well. Now if you get onto the newer, larger Excel class ships, they will have the whirlpool, and they have a pool as well in the Serenity area. There's a hot tub on the other side, or whirlpool, because again, they're not really hot tubs, they're more just whirlpools. And you have the clamshells around in the Serenity area, and some loungers there as well. And again, as we mentioned, down in the lower decks, a couple more partitions up here to block off that wind when you're moving. There's the entrance for the water slides when they're open. Now again, we'll go back down to deck 12. And we'll go take a quick look at the Cloud9 spa area. We don't get into the fitness center on this ship because they were cleaning it at the time, but it will be straight down the hallway past the Cloud9 spa here, which you will see. And like a lot of the ships, you walk through in here into the Cloud9 spa reception area. Treatment rooms are usually the deck above, which is correct on this ship as well. And they do have some training classes, so you can do yoga, you can get a personal trainer, and that will be on the same level there. But as we're wrapping up this video, we'll go back around outside, around Carnival Waterworks. And we'll just give you a nice view of the pool area from up above. And back down to deck 11. Again, another seating area here. This is the non-smoking side of deck 11 around the pool. Now, something to keep in mind is if you are a smoker, specifically a cigar smoker, you can only smoke cigars on the outside deck. Some ships it's even only on the back of the outside deck and never in the casinos. That booth in front of you, they'll have a DJ there at times. Well, let's go in these double doors before we wrap it up. And that's where you're going to take the kids to Camp Ocean. I hope you enjoyed the video of the Carnival Vista. And again, as always, happy cruising.